everyone, so in today's video we're going to make a lace closure look like a lace frontal using my lace frontal, some hairspray, and of course some bleach and 40 developer. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the hairspray just to kind of avoid any of the hair dye to seep through, or bleach, I'm sorry, any of the bleach. This is just something that I've just learned. And there's a little foundation that I need to wash off, so disregard that. So I'm adding the bleach. This is a special kind. I'll link it in the description box, but what it does is that it eliminates the brassiness, the quick blue kind. I got it from Sally's for like $3, and I'm adding some 40 developer. And make sure you just add a little developer so that the consistency can be really thick. And then you're just going to stir it up until you get the perfect consistency, adding a little bit more at a time. And this is going to be very detailed, so make sure you grab a snack. And this is basically the consistency, kind of like cake mix. And I'm just going to apply this all over the lace. And I only used a little bit because it's just a lace closure, but if you're using this for frontal, you will need at least twice as much. So I'm laying my closure from my hair company, by the way. This is a Brazilian body wave. I'm just laying it on top of something to protect my countertop, and I'm just lightly stroking this closure, and I'm kind of using the ends, like the sides of the brush, to kind of lather it basically evenly. And I'm making sure not to press too hard, not to press any holes through the lace, because you don't want to dye or bleach the actual hair follicles, because you'll have to just fix it later. So I did pretty good also. So I'm just, brushing it all over. And to avoid like really pressing it in, just go ahead and grab some more and then rub the excess in the vacant spots. And there is a second method of doing this without the bleach, but I prefer the bleach because it looks more natural, and you can apply the foundation later on to perfectly match your skin tone. And make sure you get the very front of the lace also, because that's where you're going to be able to see it. And I just left this on for about a total of 25 minutes. But on the screen it says 14 minutes, but I added an additional 10. And throughout the process, I looked through the follicles on the back side with the knife to make sure that none of the hair follicles were penetrated. This is just an option if you like. And I'm also cutting away the hairs so that they won't be bleached, any stray hairs, and cutting off the ones that have obviously already been bleached. And this is what the lace should look like on the back side. And I did wash it with clarifying shampoo. I did not use the shimmer lights, and it still came out without the brassy look. And it matches pretty good with my tone so far. And I did not leave it on as long as I should have, because as you can see, there are some knots. But we can cover that later, so you don't have to re-bleach it to avoid, over bleaching it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'll show you guys that method in a minute. And for the wig construction, I'm using 4 bundles of my Brazilian body wave, and I've already uploaded a detailed wig tutorial, so make sure you check it out. I will link it in my description box. I'm also having a fall hair sale from my hair and wigs company, so make sure you check out our Instagram and check out my descriptions box for the discount code. And if you missed the sale by the time you're watching this video, there's always an everyday 10% off discount code in the description box of every video. Okay, so this is basically it for now. And I'm going to just show you guys how I pluck and customize this lace closure. The middle looks like it is over plucked already or over bleached, but it's really not. It's just the lighting. Once you put it up to your skin, it's going to be perfect. Now what I'm going to do is just use this heat tool instead of like using mousse or any products, because when you use those products on your hair or extensions, it kind of overloads it. So just using a heat tool is perfect to lay the hairs down perfectly and flat. Trust me, it's going to be flat. And I'm doing this to kind of see which way I can pluck and make sure that the areas that I'm plucking go perfectly with, you know, what I'm wanting for my edges. So I'm plucking a little on the front line, but I would recommend you to go a layer or two back when you're plucking so that you won't over pluck and have like bald spots in your expensive frontal or closure. So that's just what you'll see me doing from time to time, going back and forth, plucking where necessary, and then combing it back to see, you know, the progress. And this part is very detailed also. It really doesn't matter what type of tweezers that you have. And I'm just cutting the baby hairs. I want them to be super short because I just don't feel like dealing with like super long swoops this time. So I think the shorter, the more natural it looks. And I'm just combing those out of the way so that I won't pluck those and I can get a feel for what the wig will look like. And also feel free to, before you do this step, actually try on the wig to make sure that it is the right size so that you can make any adjustments. I just used a regular spandex dome cap. So with my regular method, my wig fits perfectly. And all of the wigs that I make for my customers, they fit perfectly. And they're designed to either come with wig clips if you request them, or they're designed to be sewn around the perimeter. Or you could sew an elastic band, but in this tutorial, I'm just going to literally just put it on. Like no sewing, no glue, no extra stuff. None of those extra steps. I'm really lazy, so this is a lazy tutorial. Quick and easy. So now for perfect color match, I'm using Revlon Color Stay in Caramel. Make sure that you use the foundation that's a little bit lighter than your face, that, you know, it matches your scalp. And I'm just brushing it on with my flat top brush from Wet n Wild, brushing it all over. And liquid lasts longer, and especially when you use a little hairspray. It literally stains the lace. So make sure that you're using the right color, because if it oxidizes, it's going to make the lace darker. Now you can see I've just applied the wig, like literally just plopped it on my head. And it's like a perfect match as far as like my parting goes. Now I'm just going to cut my baby hairs and customize it a little bit more, cutting them shorter, trying to figure out my edge life. I mean, and feel free to incorporate your natural edges. That's what I'm doing now, because they just won't go away. So I'm just going to play with them and see what they're going to do today to make this look as natural as possible. But if you don't have any edges, this tutorial should be easier because you can just use the fake ones. And I'm also going to pluck while the unit is on me. I would strongly suggest that you try the unit on as you're plucking to avoid getting to this step and then realizing that you've overplucked. But since this is me and I know what I'm doing for my own hair, I just skip those steps. But yeah, I'm plucking a little bit more, and that's, you know, basically it for this part. And I'm keeping my middle part there purposely because I do plan on wearing it later on today, so that's just me. Alright, so I'm back, and this is the Untitled. I kind of just put some hair over there, and then that's just how I. Now, aside from the fact that my foundation is just not cooperating with me, I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. I don't know what I was just doing, but it's not that, obviously. Aside from the fact that my foundation is tragic. This on this side, I kind of messed it up, but the lace does, it looks better. It looks more frontal-ish. Now I went to go put some foundation on here. Okay, so I just went to put some foundation on here. I should have put some on my face that matched. This is a mess. Like, y'all, this is the worst I've ever looked on camera. Like, all this forehead and this most definite, obsolete color. This cute girl. What y'all saying? What you saying to me? What you saying to me? Well, who made this song, y'all? I don't even know who made this song. The girl. I'm extra. But yeah. Either way, okay, so this side I'm going to go ahead and show you guys if you have my hair, or if you're going to purchase my hair from a hair company. Let's say that once you wash the frontal or wash this hair, it does go back into like a curly state. Well, wavy. This is a body wave. It does go into a body wave state, but I straightened this hair, well, the closure, because I want to see how good it looked, and I wanted to make sure that the color that I dyed it earlier was like perfectly matched. It normally comes in a natural black, which is like basically like 1B, but sometimes depending on the order, since I don't have I have the same types of grade of hair, so there's no such thing as like me sending a bad batch to someone or a good batch to those who review my hair. No, I order the same way that you guys order. When you guys order hair, I have to order my hair also. And I get the same type of hair you guys get. So sometimes my frontals are a little bit brown, like a little bit more brown, like almost a mixture of 1B and number 2. And I don't like that, especially when the bundles are majorly 1B-ish. But it is virgin hair, so I understand that. But I just rinsed it. I dyed it, actually. I could not find any rinse in the city of Dallas. Like, it was crazy. So did I do this right? I curled it that way. I didn't mean to curl it. Did I curl it this way or that way? I think I curled it that way. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, so I tried to rinse it, but I couldn't find a rinse. So I got some dye, permanent dye. It was my first time actually dyeing my hair, but I dyed it black. So I left it on for like 10 minutes because I didn't want it to be super black, and the rest of the bundles are brownish. Well, they're not brownish, but they're like 1B. Oh, this is the side that I hate anyway. I don't like this side. I don't know. I should have maybe left some more hairs, or maybe made them a little longer, or maybe shorter, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I could have them like going that way and all that. All this extra hair irks me so much. There we go. All right, that's better. And I combed off my foundation, so don't worry. Yeah, it's just not going to cooperate today. We're just gonna accept that. So put that back down. So just to cover this side, this ending right here, this is where the lace closure ends right here. So to cover all this up, just swoop down some hair or just let it flow. Like, it doesn't all have to be like baby hairs. It doesn't have to be perfect. Wait, what's that? Where's that coming from? That's the itch that irks me. Like, oh, yeah, got the Alexis Sky frontal going on. All right, so this is how it would look when you just wear it regular. And you know, it's just down or whatever. See how the curls are still nice. This hair does hold curls amazingly. So yeah, if you want to go for the natural look without, you know, all the extras, baby hairs or whatever shown, you don't have to show them. But when the wind blows, you'll be like, huh? Now you see how good it blends in the front and everything. This is not just because I bleached the hair. This is because I put my foundation. I used Color Stay, Revlon Color Stay and Caramel because my scalp is caramel, but I mixed the two. I mixed caramel, which is too light for me, and I mixed cappuccino, which is too dark. So I just used caramel today because my scalp is a little lighter than my face. And don't use any orange. If you're unsure if it's too dark for you, it will stain your lace much darker, and you'll have to use clarifying shampoo. None other than clarifying shampoo to thoroughly strip the lace of all the color. Like, it's only $2 though. I got it from my Family Dollar. So yeah, but that's just it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, comment below. Check out my hair company. This is the Brazilian Body Wave. This also comes in ombre. So number 4, 27, and 30. So yes. This is 4 bundles and a closure. I did have a 5th bundle, but I didn't put it in at all. This is 24 inches, 24 inches, 22, and a 20. So 20, 22, and 2 24s. And look at the ends. The ends of my hair are very full. So yeah, get you some bundles. Okay, let me get off of here, y'all. Get some work done. So gotta get off here and take this atrocious makeup off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Check out my other tutorials if you want to know how I make this wig step by step as far as like construction goes and actually, you know, sewing it down and all that stuff. I will link that video in the descriptions box, or I'll create a card or something like that, or it'll be at the end of the video like that iPhone. Just click in that and it'll take you to that tutorial. So, but this is the customization video. And like always, girls, make sure you pray and then you slay.